fa number no fa o message no fa 0550 596 929 0550 596 929 and 0550 567 929 0550 567 929. Menoboka said the Chief Justice Yabame Gertrude Isaba Tokono. Okay, Isaba Tokono. Okay, Sabre Mame Kwa Humana so. Yen name say Yamame Isaba Tokono or your former Chief Justice and as for your Chief Justice Sabre de Bamino or battle court case ye per se ye unifree horror ni remove no na enkofo bi di court say e kwan yo man pani fa so a oyi maame no e de free ho no and especially suspension no omonte ase to omo de koda Supreme Court say Supreme Court nka bi mo omo na kwan ye fa so a the processor ye di yi maame no Supreme Court nsa reverse no but eno a normal ankoyi amfa mo de sa de ne e de ko ne sabre me wo lawyer Raymond Bidima ewa humana so or ye law lecturer ewa CAF University ewa humana so law be mo akwa ba o.
Oh, good morning. I tell you thanks.
Nyako pada ro ma bibia boko.
Okay.
Na law catch you a decision here by a 4-1 decision, right?
That is correct.
Okay, good. So does it mean say yenya justice?
This decision is actually expected. I was even expecting unanimous decision in this case.
That's a 5-0.
I was expecting 5-0.
Oh, okay, Adientra.
The question again?
Adientra now we're expecting 5-0.
You see, there are grounds on which a court will grant an injunction. And if you look at what the petitioner was alleging, the grounds on which the petitioner went to the Supreme Court is not folded in law. The Constitution is very clear as to what should be done in the matter of a petition for the removal of the Chief Justice. And in this instance case, all the procedures that have to be followed in order for the Chief Justice to be removed, the President is acting according to the dictate of the Constitution. And so if a party goes to court, it is not about emotion. It is about what the law says. And I quite remember the Chief Justice once upon a time said, the law is the law. And if the law says that once a prima facie case is made against the Chief Justice, then there is that opportunity for the President either to suspend the Chief Justice or allow the Chief Justice to say, pending the determination of the matter. If the President goes ahead to choose one of the two options that are available, what is wrong about it? What is wrong about it? It is only that the Constitution provides that a person goes to court, and that is why they are exercising their right to go to court. Other than that, for me, it is founded on nothing but just emotions and nothing more.
Okay. So in this case, as a law lecturer, what should be the next step? What should be the next step?
I listened to the interview granted by the CEO of the group, and he said he wants to consult with his lawyers, and as the case may be, he will take a step from there. Now, there is one more available remedy for him, which is for him to, as the case may be, go and seek for the judicial review of the decision, where in that case the Supreme Court will be made up of 7 judges to sit on the matter to determine same. I don't know, but it is his constitutional right. He may want to take that option, but like I said earlier on, for me, I don't see the visibility of it because it is unmeritorious.
So this is the second time that the Supreme Court has dismissed an injunction application seeking to, halt the impeachment process. The first one came from Tafo Pankrono, old Tafo Pankrono, member of Parliament, which is Honorable Vincent Assefuwa, and this one. And today we also heard that the Chief Justice herself has also sued. The whole process. Do you think that the Chief Justice would get a justice judging from the two, I mean, the precedent that I talked about?
My brother, it will depend on what you term justice. For me, whatever comes out of the court is justice. And so, depending on where one particular party may be standing or where he is coming from, that will determine whether he or not he has gotten justice. And the courts are there at all times to make justice. And so, for me, like I said, not to prejudice the matter before the Supreme Court filed by the Chief Justice, but like I said earlier on, there are grounds on which a court will grant injunction. And I don't think, if any at all, the Chief Justice will be able to scale that threshold for which reason an injunction will be granted.
Madam Gertrude Tokono is saying that when the prima facie case was established by the Council of State as the Constitution 146 states, he was not served. He was not served. All what he heard is that the petition was all over on the radio. Everybody was talking about it. So he is, going to court, seeking, going to court to, halt his suspension, because he thinks that what was done was not, in the line of the law.
You see, we need to, for the purposes of your listeners, we need to appreciate something here. What is prima facie case? Is it a judicial process for which reason maybe a natural justice issue may arise? And the answer is no. The answer is absolutely no. It is not a judicial process. What prima facie case means is that on the face value, taking into consideration what is before you, do you think that there are legal issues contentious enough for the determination of a panel or for the determination of a court? If yes, then the judicial process starts. That for the determination of prima facie case, it is not a judicial process where one will say that he has not been given fair hearing. And in any case, I could recall at the time when the Chief Justice wrote to the President has given her 10 days in order for her to actually respond. And so I don't know what is about the natural justice, right to be heard has not been complied with. For me, I think that at this point, it is not, or that issue of natural justice cannot arise, because it is not a judicial process where a party will have to be called upon to come and justify or come and respond. It is not enough. Actually, if you look at the Constitution, it is if you ask me, I can tell you it is like a shield that is used to protect or against a petition or frivolous petitions. You know, if there is no shield that is to be used in sieving this sort of petitions, then at any point in time where a person presents a petition, whether it is meritorious or not, there will be the need for the empanelment of the justices or to hear the matter. And I don't think the framers were wrong when they say that there should be establishment of prima facie case, because there is the need for the petition to be vetted on the face value, so that they do not go along to waste everybody's time.
Okay, so now the woman herself seeking to declare the process leading to her suspension as the null and void, and it should be set aside. That's as reported by the delegate today. It's the same thing that the civil society groups and Honorable Vincent Asefua sought for. Now, do you think that what is not what is the woman looking for? Tell us, what do we think that she's looking for?
She wished that she could revert her suspension.
And according to her, the process is unconstitutional.
What is unconstitutional about the process?
He's saying that she's saying that she wants the declaration or that upon a true and proper interpretation of Article 17 clause 1 and clause 2 and Article 19 clause 13 and the fourth clause 14, 23, 146 clause 7 and 8, Article 281 clause 1 and Article 295 clause 1 of the Constitution. According to the woman, the process that the process that they use to suspend her is unconstitutional based on these articles and provisions.
My brother, you see, I could recall vividly during the vetting of the CJ, one of the things that she proposed was that when she comes, she is going to make sure that certain provisions of the 1992 Constitution are amended. You see, the Supreme Court cannot take a case like this one in amending the Constitution. There are procedures for the amendment of the Constitution, and those procedures must be followed at all times. So, what for me, Madam sought to do at this instant case is to amend the Constitution to suit what she wants, which I don't think that the Supreme Court is clothed with the capacity to be able to do. The Supreme Court cannot amend the Constitution with a case at hand like this one. And that is exactly what she sought to do. What is the law as it stands? As at the time, we call something vested right or accrued right. At the time the matter came up, what was the law? What is in the Constitution? That is what is going to be used in the determination of the matter. We cannot, at this stage, amend the Constitution in order to suit. Yes, there may be provisions of the Constitution that may seem to be unconstitutional, but once they have not been declared by the court or they have not been amended, they still exist as relevant laws of the country. And that is exactly what is happening. For me, again, I feel that the in-camera hearing has overlooked its existence and that there should be the need for the change where the hearing must be made public in order to prevent the various people coming to allege or make so many unfounded statements. You see, if this was to be in public domain, people would have been able to identify or see whether or not the lady is wrong in the first place. So like all this about it is not right, some people bringing certain petitions in the public domain and would have prevented all this. Everybody would have known what is happening. For me, I think that it is a clarion call for these statements or these provisions of the Constitution to be amended. But so long as they have not been amended, they still remain the relevant laws of this country.
So you said, tell us, you as a law lecturer at the Calf University, a renowned lawyer in this country, tell us, per what you have read, I'm talking about the prima facie case established by the Council of State against the Chief Justice. Do you think that the Chief Justice should be removed based on what you have read?
No, you see, again, like in your introduction, you said that some people are in court to challenge the removal of the Chief Justice. As it stands now, nobody has removed the Chief Justice.
Okay, but no, I'm not talking about the removal, the suspension. I'm saying that based on what you have read as a law lecturer and the somebody who have delved into the Constitution and everything, do you think that the Chief Justice should be removed per what you have read so far?
I have not had the benefit of reading the petition, and there are 3 petitions before the president. I don't have the benefit of knowing which one the president is using or whether he's using the 3 concurrently. I may not be in the position to tell whether or not the Chief Justice should be removed. It is at the instance of the panel that was empaneled by the president to determine whether or not it is right for the Chief Justice to be removed. And again, on the face value, I may say that yes, Chief Justice should be removed. But maybe she had a defense to state why she should not be removed. I am not in that panel. So I may be prejudicing the work of the panel. Let us all wait. When they finish, we will have the opportunity to read whatever judgment or whatever decision they will be arriving at. Then we can critique it as maybe a student of the constitutional law.
So people keep, raising the red flag against her suspension. We have had two applications. This is the second time, and the Chief Justice herself is also doing that. Then after, if Chief Justice become unsuccessful after everything, can she go to court to challenge her removal?
If it will not be on the same subject matter for which the Supreme Court has already determined, she can go. But if she is going to court again to relitigate what already has been litigated, that she will be prevented. We have something we call in law res judicata.
What? Please come again.
Res judicata.
Rest judicature.
Judicata, yes. Meaning that if two parties have been in court of competent jurisdiction for a matter or an issue to be determined, once that issue is completely determined, none of those parties will be allowed to relitigate that matter. You are debarred, except where you are going on an appeal. If appeal, yes, but you cannot go to relitigate. Maybe because you might have forgotten certain evidence at the trial you could not present, and you are prevented from doing same. So if she will go because of maybe another alleged breach of her constitutional rights, that is okay. But if it is for what has already been litigated upon, that she will be prevented from doing same by this doctrine of res judicata.
Okay, so now we have Justice Bafu Boni, Justice Isifu Imore Tanko Amadu. We have Justice Emmanuel Yoni Kolendi and Justice Henry Anthony Kofi, and also we have Justice Yaudakon Asari. People are saying that when you read the background of these justices, there's no way that the Chief Justice will get justice from this. How do you make of it?
You see, all the justices of the Superior Court, they have taken an oath, and they are all there not because somebody has sent them there to do the bid of that person. They are there to do justice, and the judicial oath that is taken is for them to do justice and nothing again. I believe at all material time that these people will be able to do justice and nothing more.
Is the judicial oath are not cosmetics?
The question again.
I'm asking, does the judicial oath, are they not cosmetics?
I don't think it is cosmetic.
Because we'll be having a lot of justices giving us a ruling that people think that that rulings are not supposed to be like how it ought to be.
If you think, if a party feels that a ruling is not right, the right forum is for you to go on appeal. And so, again, the justices or any justice that gives a decision will actually give reasons behind the judgment that he or she might deliver. So, if in the wisdom of a justice, in the law that justice has taken into consideration in arriving at that decision, if you feel that that is incorrect, the best avenue for you is to go for an appeal. And I believe strongly that these are renowned members of this society. These are people who have lived the test of time, and I don't think that they will want anything to jeopardize all the integrity they have reserved for themselves. In this regard, I believe strongly that they will be able to do justice and nothing more.
Okay.
Let us all have faith in our judicial system.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we will have justice.
Okay.
So that anyone who is going to court will not have to entertain any fear whatsoever as to whether or not that person will be able to get justice. The moment we start to entertain that fear, where people go to court and they think that if it is Raymond who is going to court, the decision will be in this way. If it is Kojo who is going to court, the decision will go this way. Then we are trying to jeopardize our judicial system, and that has certain repercussions on the country as a whole. Because even international community will also become very suspicious of coming to this country to do every investment. And we have to be all careful in arriving at that point. And I don't believe that at this stage the judicial system is at a point where we should be entertaining that fear. They are capable. They will do justice under the circumstance.
Okay. So, Raymond Bidima, my last question. In case you see Madam Esaba Tukono, the Chief Justice, if you see him, you get him one-on-one, what will be your advice to her concerning this case?
My brother, lawyer, you don't advise for free.
You don't advise?
For free.
But what will it be? What will it be?
You want me to give a pro bono.
But what will it be?
No, actually, my brother, I don't think that if I have anything to tell her, I will only say that she should wait. She should hold on, because as it stands now, suspension cannot be translated into removal. She has only been suspended pending the determination of the substantive petition. She should wait after the determination of the substantive suit. If she feels that or she is aggrieved at the decision that has been arrived, then she can now go to court to seek a remedy, so that we can stop all this go and come in court.
All right. So thank you very much, sir.
You are very welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. That was lawyer Raymond Bidima, a law lecturer, a CAF, and I'm what is here in the shortest time. I'll be hearing a CEO of Constitutional and Electoral System, NSYS, Dr. James Kwabena Bomfe, on the line. We are waiting for Kwabena Bomfe. Also, bet me the wadrin to the Ediaba. Number is 0550596929. 0550596929. Or the buy back in Candia. My name a WhatsApp line and a text line. Normal SMS no. 0550567929. 0550567929. Say dear no. 2 applications near the Supreme Court. Vincent Asefua. Tapo Pankrono. Member of Parliament or the court is a quiet fast process near this suspended the Chief Justice and final is unconstitutional, and we told the Supreme Court to say because of that you reverse the suspension of the Chief Justice and what the Supreme Court about to go and now the civil society groups need some groups be kahon almost do what they call Supreme Court about to go and no any lawyer Raymond Bidima Eddie Dingun Komo and what said the ruling nearby no konde no ko be pese enkebe 50 not even 41. Okay, so right now on the line yen konamene Dr. Kwabena Bomfe is part of those in court for CJ civil society group. Kabila dog mo
Major so
the dog with the facha me o still I met me from Dr. Kabila na
o the over in one anymore. Now I my main smell kakra bi pacho, we are not in court for the CJ. There were court set on my back. Article 2:1 say tise anaye hu say anaye binimu no mremu enchemu bi ehunya anase anamutuo bi akoso ene amrano akwanche no buabra ya dwimu no yemfa medan Supreme Court no mamremu nchimu na efese ohye obi so mane ye bibia ohye nipa no mane ye nti asema ye digina court no afa ne ye kwa asem na nkasa mu na ne topic na nkasa ye ya mamrano akwanche e article 146 ene amamrano akwanche bi no e article 19 23 17 296 se ni osi kire kwan a obi a mampani ya pa no say on exercise a judicial concept e article 46 no kwan ye se otimi fa so bi sa adwuma no pepepe.
Okay,
so na ye ehemu a Supreme Court no ye catch omo nka committee na wo di dwuma no on the committee no for na dwuma to answer kopinsi ye di sase na wi eno na nra ye court Supreme Court say or the young person can't na bra
committee no for an adwuma ento
enti na mo pese committee no dia mo siki for enti na mo pese committee ne de na adwuma to
on can for a complain say ye be class na wie say asem na ye kan e wo susanso committee no dwuma wodi no so
ade asem na mo ka
say na maka no article 146 amampani atuwa na mo say odi chief justice na say in fact the why you call the was suspended what tina say complain say committee ni be ye na dwuma wie na so committee ne ka say yenyi chief justice dia mampani ono ni wa se dia aka so ye saade no article 146 aye 9 10 and 11 together na the all can no na ye fi say asase no 1466 a chief justice ono anamo a mampani atu on the council of state for aye any the rano wo hwetimpo the spirit of it can fee 1461 2 3 and 4 no the back 6 na ya hwehwe mu ene ya bi mu no if he say enye ne kwaso no enti yemfa kwaya na me adom yanya adanse afi baabi nom ene niema akoso ye manmu aso pen a ebi adanse adi aboa se sana mampani ne na pamfo mu twa enye papa yentwe ensense kopin se yibedi asena bi
okay
ada Supreme Court committee no nkoso nye letuma
okay
abla yedi yasem
okay so dog yemfa no one by one article 146 no ma omampani ho kwan se otimi remove chief justice se free se ye de intasa bi abo chief justice no process na che se omampani be refer you na the council of state to establish the primary facie case
Daddy can go ye Sena America chose no see na
me pesa me che se me bonne tofa
Daddy o mo bonne tofa bonu eketia ana eketia e se ye no enya council of state na establish primary facie mampani but on the advice of the council of state and in consultation with the council of state so the duty to establish primary facie is on the president serving in a judicial function yana meka no nsam na kasa de ye Supreme Court aye kan tenya pe na eno me be bore so ayi emfamamu ye pese e kan wo emfamamu anke amfa court
I see
ti eno na ye kasa asem na ye kan ka committee no enam se ye kan wi a asem na wi ye ne benya so committee ni tuma wo di suti en ko mo twan so ansa eno ni injunction application a eno aye course na nya asem na kasa so na ye koye
and I say Supreme Court say
Supreme Court say yan koson kasem no abra committee no be koso ye ladwuma
na emra ma ho kwan se saade ne ba se emra ma ho kwan ma asem ne ye koso ko ye ka asem na bra su ye ladwuma te se de wo kan
sa na me ken ye na me ye pese ye ti committee no ho kwan ye na me ye pese Supreme Court say all ma committee no for ladwuma to work up say ye be wie asem ni die ana Supreme Court si daddy o de ma committee ni nyene dwuma ne yanka masem no
ba
ye kan ya ehun susanso bia no yen hye e de mo bibiara e be kwa ma no
ba sa per the constitution no the Supreme Court is right
is right in what
they said they na mu siki se nka bia aka oma yen twentwen so ansa na nka muni asem no wi ba Supreme Court se de da bi yen koso ne yen ka asem no but they are right ana
if I talk interlocutory injunction discretionary you can't say discretionary opera no dema no enye constitutional say constitution no say if I say o mind interlocutory injunction no enye sanepie mrano say ye ka asem a court no betumi aka say kopim se ye be ka asem na wie no obi biara odi dwuma bia asem no ye be die wie ne benya sunsanso won so no onya na dwuma ye court no be ka mrana to ma court no kwan ye ben discretionary power say obetumi aka say emfa ho o de ye nkoso ka asem no no so nye na dwuma ye be ka asem na wie no ye be ka kosi sunsanso bia no e be ko ama wadi so If you don't forget Article 2:1, Article 2:1, 3 and 4:1, and you shut my BBR say, as soon as Supreme Court the canon, obey so. When you swap, if I'm a penny graduate, a day in a swap, you need to be a tuna, so I'm sure that is what the Supreme Court considered in exercising their discretionary power. Say, young person council na abra, one committee so
but my group no more satisfied with the yesterday you ruling by.
It's not about satisfaction. It's about getting justice. It's a saying that you need
na say dia mu ye unu se owura madam owura Vincent Asefua e de koy anye ye ni ade. How sure are you say we say su bia betimi akoyi?
Oh, sir, nke asem krono na ye de court a nka court nso mkra untimi fa asem krono nko dane no ensan nko court. It will be an abuse of the court process. And that's not what we are seeking to do. The just to be honest, say, what will be doing? Your friend is saying, may your friend is saying, Kona, original court, your friend is saying, Penny say, that chance and Adabian and Yano, almost say, Abudiakeka, intimate one for five back, one for the pack. And now, assemblage, and I have two reality. Eti oka se empokran de asemkonwa obi ani te de kanafa ntimi anye se eyepeda na de ebi kan ko ya wo mo agua no ejina se de esi nyino asemfa ye ene asempa na nkasa de na omu bu se free court ya de sonko kaka na me de me gide na rehemu se ye dwene oman no ehun ye dwene ya mamra ehun ye dwene ye kabi no min kabi hu ye dwene ye temu akuro no ye dwene omamma awehemu ese ye nyae wo mramu ye de be ye adwuma ma obi biara emfa hu ne badia hu fe mra be ye gwanko bia na me fi se de ye sana ye tu no sapa ese se omanfo nyina bodi echi ema ehwehwe atentene echi akwan ewo atemu afo nani
na dog yan shade o eye ka ya say eye charges ye dia boy ya mami Isaba tokono yi when you be ready me boy let me take you outside when you be ready me boy
nta ya exhibit wo ayi case
na he fan afi say ebi chetema na afi say eye grants eye sufficient na say enough ese say betimi agina so dia remove ya mami
but the number is this uncommon as it is one me the braille. Me say that one I did me call I think well go back I say how many need oh me know they can war my be move it's one that over me so and I so am ready mu a udi won komo e wa abontin e ma wo ko asem na nkasa mu a emra mu no etomra me pese me ni na ye be kwako ayi atomra ma ye dia kwa kutwa contempt na say so je ku go to one here ubi ko ye pe ye na kutu me mpene sa
okay
ye nya eno ne yen ken wo court
okay so dog ene ye gusu a ye monitor mo a eti de besi bia no one ye ntrawai na baba be sra ye Kessben MC ye ba ha de o ma da o
bright na I say we na o gaga
bright be so anya bright where you Mr Sapon enye Mr Sapon me de me na me busa say ye ba ha you sheda ma hada
and me say o de ye ti bia no memory the transfer say me say ne mo ayi mu fe no ye ti me di nkomo yi e o de mu take care na one day at a time why
your doc yeah that CP
okay this way that come on
we Dr. James Kwabena Bomfe Kabila CEO Constitutional and Electoral System NCS and what you say ye no etwetwe enkomo no and the shortest time na ye be kwa homa no so na ye ne chance ano ye correspondent to court ye ne betwetwe nkomo na enra do no so huruye ene de ne de ekoni na no ye ne betwetwe nkomo e de afa na sabre nso betimi de wadwen kiraba ye gusu a ye di nkomo na we say good morning Ziega. Indeed, Kessben TV is number 1. I'm watching you live from Post Office Jamase. My greetings to Mr. Asante, Regional Head, Ashanti, Ghana Post, from Postmaster Jamase, and all the way say Abba, from Jones, or the Freemansu to Chrome, and the Diaba, or say, Mr. Ziega, why NPP and CJ want to. Okay. Obisa say, a NPP ne. Chief Justice Person Omukofi what they are interested and say I didn't know one person be Kofi interested say sana opesa ochre ya da se pa we so ne dey say good morning Ziega. The recent hike in phone data prices is suffocating. It's concerning that some judge who vociferously spoke about this issue while in opposition seems to be silent now. That is in power. He talks too much. I'm a person of Okane from Senate West District, precisely Bantama. Okay, thank you very much. Now, in case you don't know, newspaper headlines. No, one of the newspaper I report to say, some judge say wajia to me see data no was rododo. Enti aban yen shishaya. Yebetimi aya no omune tekos nakasa nama data no bono etimi abafom. Eti egusua because they say yes dollar na bafom na se normal bafom a and MTN phone so omu ensorbe tekos no ombibi omu ye bia omu de dollar ne ye eti na say data so ebafom na e kire say no correct and normal bo abafom. OPK Patriotic Voices go so also regards to Mr. Amankwa Ejare Isaac, NPP Sunyano West Constituency, second vice chairman, and an incoming NPP Bruno Regional Organizer, and Honorable Kafrina Feku, NPP National Women Organizer, hopeful. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. We're from Capito Gosu Menshia. It is still possible for the NPP, so we will bounce back come 2028 to take Ghana to the promised land. In regards to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, former vice president of this country. Okay, thank you very much. Also, bet we do the abba program ne ekos na fa wo de bra na yenken kan fama ha 92.9 megahertz. We are also live on Kessben TV, DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121. Go to Facebook na catch your live facebook.com/KessbenFM program be yaba e ba che wadwene fa for ho ne yenken kan fama na WhatsApp line no so 0550 596 929 0550 596 929 and the normal text line so 0550 567 929 0550 567 929 sabre mame kan for yom herbal lotion e fama na yom herbal lotion no se obi bia o joint pains any bodily pains bia no eno na eso ano e de ma ene on se bia akọbobo no obi atia wo anase obi atwa wa ma ona no wanya fractured bone opese unya relief no tentem so na hoto okay eno dan chen afi obi ho a na batwa eye ne ya obi su kotodwe etu ni se gaga okofa ointment bi de tutu so a yeso otwen odi twitwi so no 10 minutes time ebi ya so 30 minutes time bi ya so 12 1 hour time ebi kwa de etimika so fa koda ade be kene na ekọ usisi na eyo ya no ade be kene ekọ na so wawu a na ekọ anase e ba tie anything na yom herbal lotion ewo ho na yom herbal lotion no eno no eye scientific odi twi ya na ekọ muntie ne yew odi ka ya na ekọ usisi na eyo ya odi twitwi ho na ekọ eye instantly na ekọ na dompebu yare bia no odi twi ya na ekọ na wona ba awoya bai wa arthritis na apie diaba o sasabro na apie diaba uhia yom herbal lotion sene tienie yom herbal lotion utini susia na wahwe kakra bi dia gu nsa so na ba bia ya no odi fefa hodom a tiawa na ekọ odi twi ya na ekọ obi a wanya stroke a abubu dia gu ho mofa yom herbal lotion bi ntwitwi no ebekọ entempa so na migraine utinu edwa gaga wanu nu owo wiase ni na etimi nko eno yom herbal lotion ele bedi wasem ediamam enti hwe yom herbal lotion se ne sisi nie se de tie nie bodily paste bia John paste bia no yom herbal lotion ene bedi wasmama o pe ba ku sei ato no akwa yusu ana o pe dodo atu akwa akoton a number is 0244 730 295 0244 730 295 and 030 2945 146 030 2945 146 ebu bia no elfra yebejo so na ye no wadi nkomo ne edi yi ato aye na wanya bi akwakoto sabrede yenya Charles ano bosompem ewa ahoma no so Charles ebe mu akwa ba
ya mi ni amejo so na won so
nyakopa do mi bia bokwa na say he father ugina
say medu ai court the high court no high court
na ede na wo ma ye ne
enwa nyame adom ema o hu se Supreme Court say chief justice ni remove ai eno ho asem na eguso de bia asem fofo eba nti enwa no ye koye ensem ekosi ye nyina no eno say chief justice eye owura eye we say o he enwa de odi asem no koye petition na nka sa odi asem ko James Kwabena Bonfe ono na oye petition enwa odi asem no e ko say chi o mampani banu da fo a wayi wo no onti ase say wayi wo mo nti nsema enwa odi koye na ensem yenu na enwa e ko ho ba ko na o chese e Supreme Court na nkasa ense say saba no da kuo na o mampani ato nipa 5 no mampani yi say o monye chief justice hwehwemu no petition no ozuze e ya o mampani Supreme Court no ankasa embo asem ningu na abra o mfra asem no which is the first respondent AG or by Dr. Justice Frimpong Deputy AG ona na enra obabe ginemu ma ye state and now second respondent Chief Justice nankasa went to me ama and so ne hokan Papa Francis Kofi Tokono Papa nankasa na enra obeginemu na do nankasa fi say Chief Justice reba and the Chief Justice enra ono nankasa ama na no lawyer so a woginemu ma na owura Kwabena Edukusi ono so na enra obeginemu ema Chief Justice no say eze ensembia no obegina ho ama no enti na wo hwa enra ensem e course ankasa no de a obde to ho na wo suju say eya o mampanin ekwan a odi Chief Justice afaso a opesu yi no otumu say impo no clear party case na e determine ye no osusu say e woni Council of State e determine ye no e wo say enkanye bia no almost several eye na client no na otumi enya peti otumi nya we say clear party determination bi because we enya bia de na kire say o man fair hearing wo ho e wo say otumi ma obi otumi ma na kwanya ese wono ankasa so otumi tie eye anyabia na nsem na wo de ko impolisi e court wa wo kire say disclosure accuse kwa na ne ho asem no court ni man disclosure ai kwan bia otumi fa so e ma wono sutumi edi asem na Chief Justice a wo otimi afọ pani no wa ma no fair hearing na se di ebi it was say e kwan man pani ze na fa so no enye kora e na se ma o ta kan ebi nta so se wo hwa oyo man pani ono ankasa no ekwan a odi mata na ankasa e fa so a waye no ho say opese otumi say eyo mampani o aboni trim e na odi ye sa bin na because wa man bi o ne client no so anya bi e na ho na no Chief Justice lawyer so story e na o say yes ono ankasa de otumi say o mampani determine admin say opese o yi Chief Justice no because you sound say enkebra an executive secretary ankasa oye Dr. Karistos Mahama e de asem no betu dwa no enka o man bia nkosusu say ombeka enti trese wa man bi enti kwan amde nipa na faso no de enye kora ena asema tosu ni nsa nse o sei sa na tie dia sa justice ahodo 5 na aye do omu na atuja which means say omu betna ma me na asem so for hearing no which means say owura abafo boni aye lay attentraining on e di kan no ono e ka ho bi justice ama di tanku ene yehoni kon omu sa nkofuni nyina azi omu de tena asem so man no tuzu say sa asem na omu tena so no omo de say eye enipa baanum na omo so ye de ato no o mampani no wo say Supreme Court no e di injunction eto no so eye pabone eto omo so tebe ya omo be dai enhwemu no kura omo koso no ho ni nyina omo kan enso ba ye no e na Dr. Frimpong ono so ye aban lawyer pani ono so sorry ye no kan say anye bia nsem a omo kan nyina no to his knowledge and our concern no obia o matter most e wo asem no bia no o ma serve no premier fasi case no into onindie ntia lawyer for Chief Justice can say o man serve no bi na the sana tie bia o si say court no so more ma seven ko ayi the court we we ni na no and the justice maako numa o mtena so no eye owura justice ya asaredako ono nko ani nipa enra o call dissenting view tres ono de oni nipa nine no age anye baako nti o mu wie na tese asem no akoye 4-1 tres chief justice nsem na o mo de bai o ma bo ni nyina egu nti eno ena ekosi ya ema no eba asa nti o wie ya no ne Kofi bom fe kwabna bom fe a ono ankasa de asem no koye no ye no twetwe komoni bi kan anye bia no se ye bia ba ye de rule na ba a o mo chese 29th mom no ena o mo di rule na ankasa o be publish e de abatu ganti gain asem na oka ena o so on the same day next of action say oni ne lawyers ebe kasa so ne lawyers ne kasa nkita hu bia lawyers ne driver bia no enu mom ena obegina so enso atu no ho efo enti ena no ye koye na sa pepepe ene kosie ye numere ne ye oha na ye sa say Chief Justice na nkasa so abe file petition e dia back court for say they say otusu say enipa maako num a o mampani agi wo mo e say o mo ntena na asem no so no say nipa num ni nyina no otusu say o mo akohia akoka o ma akohia be do ne lawyer said sorry we one of the petitioners no a lawyer no akogina ba bi akokasa fa na tie dia otusu say e wo say nipa na o mo nyina mampani agi wo mo say omu nyina megina ho na omu nka asem no investigating case no to say omu ehu asem because boni be say conflict of interest omu any kwan say mo na yete mo mara na meye njimu fa no na yenyini fi o na say adentina ma ba say mu nyama ko hia ba bi say mo koka ne ho asem na tese mo kwa ma yebuturim ka ntiza na tie dia ozu say asem na ekos no Supreme Court more sadly pending only only nipa especially Justice Gabriel Former only ona oshe sa committee no mampani pa na ona oda ano only no free ho na edibi ono so only no free because enkofuni na no we say no kan wa kakra wo mo yi wo mo free ma ansa na omo atena asem no so entie no ene Chief Justice na nkasa so e dia kotu Supreme Court ye hwese ene omo fra ye wo bia no ye de bema ye tiefo eso ama omo so aso
yo na chase na wo ka che say enra no Chief Justice nukunu Mr. Tukono na be represent na meboa am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Na okay, so Chief Justice ono akasa na application na de buy no na wo ka say nyimre omo de buy no ene ye ono ankasa na de buy na so no so de suma mo ye de buy
the lawyers and then the lawyers and the court for now Marco file application no na almost 15 year now almost you know Marco file application until lawyer kabna edu kwesi ono na obe file application na because be fa no so by the name no ye leadership Chief Justice no ankasa na say we petitioner no or the echo na the lawyer no me ko file in the name of no international say Chief Justice na ankasa na afare because he only the petitioner.
Okay. Enti enra chama owura Tukono opie no na ni mood ne tese wo hwe ne mood na nanim ye sira na asa wo hwe ne mood na ade bi office ade omode ye meri di enya kura na etese
na opie ya nkasa de na ohonye bi se anye bia no enka bia na nkasa na beba be wo hwa udu court papa na apie no na uhu se smiling face bia wona ni be uhu se obanti odi ho no impono ntanchofo de wa unim ye bopi no se nka ja bia wo beka beto no so wa water anywhere be uhu se mood change at least position wo se se ne de okra na ziga nka eja ebe kaka odi so atoba ha kakra intino ono a mu hu won face nti hu na nim no na hu nim dia ta bebepe na oba hu sire bia na yi wonani but that is how it is oba ye na no ye boss can respondent no na sorry no no say ono na ejina ma ni nere no sorry dina hosa
okay
done it
yo chaze ne beda se pa ti anu ahwo ho su ye why
mate
ti egusu ye twa on ti di akira na de na su di besi bia no na woni ya ba beche. Thank you very much. All right.
Mate.
We anam senior owo court na okai court ho nsem ede mai we Charles Anot Bosompim na motesi enena etwe enkomo no. Yeah, okay, check your time now is 23 past 8. You're still live on the program Maakye el machi dwumadi so fa messages ne bra na yen kenkan emfama ho we say de ne diaba we do baby preachy yentimi enye yibiem we also say you are doing a great job. You ask questions people are afraid to ask. Okay, thank you very much. Wait for Eric T Bread or the free Gomwa West and a diaba. Yada se pa nyakopo enkan. We was here wish and the wife a happy birthday. Ziega, my name is Buba. Wish my sister Nancy a happy birthday. Why? Okay, thank you very much. Yebehwe na ya ho adwuma pa. Yada se. Entu so fa ode brad yan kenkan fama. Way from Masawood or the free Bantman at Diaba was the entire process surrounding the Chief Justice removal was orchestrated agenda by the NDC and the President Mahama. No matter what, it will not be enough to persuade the ruling government to reverse its decision to remove the Chief Justice. Is this part of resetting Ghana agenda? 4 years is just around the corner. Time will definitely tells. Regards to former KMA boss Honorable Sampine. Oyibo boate di free nerebehi ene diaba na oyibo boate so yesaka message no wo se kwan ye fa so yi Chief Justice no eno so no enye kra. Okay,
this is 92.9, the radio station that other radio stations listen to.
Numo Ajonye, Otie Kessben, 92.9 FM. Ya basa bant mani bachona. Ya bosu se bomsi ni abosu kain. Ya dansu se dansu mai. Ya wado se odona. Kessben FM. Bebiachi se atimota eni atiase. Kessben 92.9. Minda boshi. Oyiwado asidankwa.
Okay, ye guswa na teda mudi na munim no. Ye say ye carry koko ho asem na nya asem keto akra na yenya nana opambo boating ewa homa no so ye national president the matter concern cocoa farmers association yenya na homa no so ye na betwetwe komoda na ye mo akwa aba o
yebu
na kacha ye say dia asumdua ba cocoa for o man panyini ba ye Hello, Nana.
Hello, Miozo.
Man Penny Baye, a boss or share money, the chief executive, or Dagana Cocoa Board, and no Eba and come on, Mubedi, a self ferry about Tayamwa Babeba.
Yo, Madame, the Rika and Mecha Matifun, na Madame, say, none of them, Matimia Fresh, na able to tree a friend saying, a cocoa and so many a friend saying, near my high cocoa for ever my Ghana. Now, the Rika and Concerned Farmers Association of Ghana.
Concerned Farmers
Association of Ghana, yes.
Okay, so any concerned Cocoa Farmers Association.
Baby, you're fighting for all. Now, you're in a Catalan Cocoa and Catalan. You are fighting for cocoa for the past 25 years in here. I said the bear cocoa for baby. Now, so you could a cat across the furniture, all the furniture in the cocoa and then other farm organizations in a cat crossing in a. Make a musuno, a furniture is a bay or buy and if you say any amount or the two are quanswa. The furniture or bus is here, Bosumi Bess and Namu Nayading, Yakui, into Afena board or Mati or board cry or more. Minoka say a furniture and fertilizer, and so it be a bar, ye fertilizer, no, Ekakahona, maybe a yenya, and it's a baby or more fertilizer, no more chair, no, a bilumunsan can be, and the Dicano, so no fertilizer and beans warehouses, being a manyama. Cocoa for the ABC and say now fertilizer ni go then because this is the time I ensure to a friend say phone here a fertilizer na then e dey gum cocoa asi afama cocoa na dey timi aso so enti gu na e dey gu no then e dey this is another friend say meeting like I say historic and I say another year oba the first meeting occur rounds no will be a friend say a program no within the cocoa farm. No one can say fine. this is what is really happening within FNS and the sector. Among other things, we may also now. So, the question now, yeah, fact, we said, Koko Krafon, EBD, you see, I'm not going to say, I did back what sector, no, to see, yeah, Ubia, Bubu, and he said, dollar no bar, never from Koko, no, he said, dollar, no, into dollar, ever from at the end of the day, no, it will affect the cocoa price. And I mean, I never gave one.
I mean, I'm with you.
Sir, into the academy says, Anka, your best na your bed diverting the kakra to pounds and I say to euro. Come give this a can be in Hawaii, American air. Why do we suggestion I made in the day?
And also, how many there?
Uncle, meet me as a kakra, $7 no, ya $1 not as you see an $5 into beam. It is here and you turn a friend, you turn a pound sterling, and as you turn euro. What I say, I'm going to move here, cocoa near the cocoa near fine, yes, you it is a penny dollar, a penny friend and pound sterling, and not a euro, not also on pedia, and a cocoa near the big war. Into we are in trade, Namaka, and a money there. If it's $1 on the bar, a buffet, no, a castle and a bubble to Mukwana, a bear affected a friend and price in the kaka. MIE, you see, Carubona, a bedding, you didn't know, it's a name no case. And carry no to $1 and the almost better 15 cities and the $1 in 12 cities. In terms of the better 3 cities na the official 3 cities you want be great can be great into the air can say and only another section or and a 2 other bakwa
2.9 FM
ebiti nyabwa so no di nani hwe no and then say we mu say obo apro de or ko but ema aprobo no ne de keka ka ho enye de bebre na the SMA no ohun ni say you see you bibre a omaba bibre abako target ben or deba what I say because your mouth appointment and I say mouth the braveness of kokosho no ma the expectation for expecting na ni say we dey some magic bi beba na magic na deba no e kwa ben na be fa so the magic de beba ni na ni say you beti me boost your cocoa industry no what I say you beti me a lot of tonnage you know can say young concerned farmers a target and then say for the 3 years here baby by 3 years you bet me abwa cocoa board our multimania actually over 1 million tons and over so if really say cocoa board are ready and willing now they will not play politics and they will not do like what others came and do that's why we are sitting no be dia and then double up the bit nyaba abai bit menya cocoa krafo no cocoa no ebe bebre tika bebre cocoa krafo friends able to abai si menya tika no do na e dey twetwa the friend say ka agibia ye akwan ni niema opeso de ode na na make ni say oya so tie no tie dia if the pepe no ye pan ko fu bi na mo mu dibra na afedo mo ba be we di na e konso the kind no you are there to say what I say you are there without we no you are nobody as a CEO but I na pepe no you ko fu bi o mo ba me say me ya tata ni e kan ko fu bi kuna ke bia na menti ase na menti ni ko sutia na can me say cocoa sector hono no the major problem e wo no kase pa na ye problem kase pa no free and fair distribution of a furniture niema ekwafoni ehia
okay na wadama o de gina so mame na se a owura randia beni akwafo ehiehyia yi wa hiehyia bia na o kasa ase nya meeting na hu hia wanya akonya ma meetings ni ba ko atena mu pen me
no mu sia ye nsia o ko meeting ba
okay ene ba ku bia wa kwahia o mo nansia so gina so mame na me mo audio ni bi ni video ni bi nkyira wo na tie bi na hwe na se bia wo afutuo bi a wo de be ka ho de amaya ana se how a wo take no fa ene afutuo ade be ka ho te se de wo ma afutuo fa dollar yi de ehu ye na ye fa nto so na ye fa nwino my Ghana tina na gina so ma me na tie why
yo
okay okay nana ebegidi ese o te kakra hello nana Nana
hello what do yes
Nana wadama say what take kakra
me tell na me say we know everyday talking what I say everyday talks are the bia no yati ni bia kasa yeti ni bia
so obe peja cocoa farm no obe peja no
yes na me say kasa yeti ni bia na ye da na so say wetimi abo apro na wetimi hunu me kwa no me kan yam say hunu say na akwan tie de ko efumo ebi se okọ baby de say Christian Muni Valley okọ Akaiti bridge buye for so many years now nobody cares. What I say, nobody cares. Well, it's not their regime, but you see our bay. These are some of the things that are motion. Access road, proper road, card road on the cocoa sector. I meet in Yabwa. Accessibility, I never meet in Yajuma. If you say, and you cocoa don't go out and Ukraine benefit you. Cocoa need why you cocoa in the video. And look at the two meeting there, Gubadu Kaka, so and get the Yako. The what's up, brother? Better, there 3, 4, 5 weeks. Maybe. I said track and I said, you have a Sunday few on the Aqua. Never a problem. If you go a form one of my no biaba or bar, price on no pen riding or they are not referring to Ukraine, no Ukraine, Aboka. Into the academy say, Yana Casano, but then implementation. Quite many efforts with the air. You are in concern from the academy say, we are going to double up the cocoa production if given a chance. Because with the 3 years, 3 years, you bet almost 1 million plus a ton cocoa. In the history of Ghana, being bad, plus every day, about the economy say they should be open up. They shouldn't be say close say so accessibility to because meet here we have preference go free. Some of the meetings we are not involved. They are stakeholders meeting. We are not being called, but they know the kind of people that they call. What they can say, and no higher because they are all for the farmers, they are all for the state. And then the center to be able to know. The guarantee issue, no, I did not see that they be a original to Akani because of Father to Tahake. What I said, I get to know because if you make a come guarantee, be any hobby because the man is saying, and the whole state crop, a whole state couple, you can be telling the it is too good without any arrest. A whole state crop, you can be telling the any dry rubber plantation. Without a friend saying, any friend saying, interventions via. It will be say, Coco Borno, some years, they become a liability because they were told to name your market somewhere here to stand firm at the back of the cocoa farmer. No more yet. No look at it, you can consider this a Eastern region. You keep your cocoa on the another man in Toronto, I come one boom, I'm here to check cocoa, not support, I'm here to check cocoa on the what I say, Eddie Robber. Robber no more dear. No can say, Robber next year no more dear, but the Kaka can cook a cake system on the Soprano. Yes, I do a piano here. A woman. Oh, can you both? You look at the Yabba branch to almost 22 or 23 years. Yabba the Tokuno. What I say, nobody can because in Ghana, no, we are Ukraine, you have found Nashi. And then in Kofua, you know, Macabo, and no more money to Coco Borno. Or move for any true Budia. Well, indeed, when the Abbey, on feeling. And my name is say, I'm up for the Casa, that is not the story. The story is why you breathe, if you say PP is why, you don't we didn't get to look at any whole documentary. We have every fact, and that's why there's a fact behind it. So the challenges of the cocoa, I will send you all the videos. What I say, in the academy say, a man is Casa. Oko friend is saying Western North side, Western North, and your friend is saying a branch of friend Owusu Asa, and then you look over Western North. What I say, but with the intervention of a friend is saying Owusu Asa, I don't watch a trade manager no. And the intervention of the Concerned Farmers Association led by the North Badia, you real more. You need to afford the Casaya, never know Casay, Cocoa Western North, no, and yes, Morton. It is Juma, a Juma, yeah. Now, any what grounds you know quite a fast way. Meeting farmers like this, fine, it is good. A better woman crime much more demand said yet. Now they have a problem. They have a problem. Problem number one, and even America, the people you cry like the mama and go for Musumundu, go for national for 2 years, and I say 1 year a day for mom on the crown. You may say, Omuya, no Muya. I can clear a cocoa board, edit. I may be crano or yes, president because a yanking to what the make say. There are things never be possible in your point within the cocoa sector, but it is only with the concern farmers that can bring it out because we are always on the ground. Yet you need the echo, any the ever. You can't say cocoa is your cocoa, o papa say baby because we look at your cocoa we do on ma ya ko discover any mu say wo no ma ya cocoa bia no and then actually so mo ya Japanese mo twa mo metwani na because nobody have the authority on the cocoa tree. It is only we that have the authority on it. I catch them say the cocoa is a state crop. Who tell me yato? It is who e dey say cocoa no e na mo jai. If no more matunto mu cocoa kwa dey ma rubber for, atunto mu cocoa kwa dey ma galamsey for, atunto mu cocoa kwa dey ma other investors kwa no. The say no ka say obu show to me dey omdom sabeka all because of fear e dey show mu. You mean say what is cocoa board doing about this? If it's a cocoa board some years back, no say long tenant system. Maybe a me say ko be say bi mu no. Boy need my say cocoa, the officer you are the cocoa, fire the cocoa. Maybe a chemono, your friend, a board chairman, as for no surgeon, I can say, this is what is happening. Or can say there is an economic situation. A farmer can choose to destroy cocoa and plant rubber. These are some of the things that are possible within the sector. And we are the backbone of the sector. We look at a fertilizer, but tell almost what I'm saying. Amount for GB, where yebi, for that free and fair distribution of fertilizer. You know, all the air bills, give it to them. Because cocoa India to Kobe with your and the Korea and Mokaka, we should form groups. It is a matter of groups, not an idea there, but over command groups, not groups needed. Because we know the number of people that it will be helpful. What for the do is to them, 2 acres or 3 acres in Mutu fertilizer or Sabeka. So we don't have to be taking things for jokes and then politics because cocoa, that is the backbone of our economy. Okay.
No.
We have a couple of cocoa 1% for mental education. But you have to be poor. The cocoa board is not recognizing us. But we are also doing the job for cocoa board. And then you say, check out the cocoa share. No, we don't want to know cocoa tree. Now,
you the banner we na I see you buy on the Mweshia. Now, minister also no Mweshia.
They have their favorite people. Like we are not part of the meeting. We are so far mobile. With the minister, with the senator, with the cocoa board, you are in town. Almost reference for phone. You are free.
Now, my drawn attention there.
Oh, attention. I say, oh, say, a friend saying, answer now, bet chick, a friend say, a boy or shit, you bet children. Not in taxi, I bring Ben or no. You must just say, dog for the door. Ya bomb wa gusu bomb, you gusu a bomb ho. Na me did say, a baby. There's boom, you gusu bomb to say baby. You bomb na say be to there. Na you get go to the Juma said because cocoa board Emma, you know. Na your one mask cocoa farmers and be Juma de that. You be Juma, you be said say Ghana, a friend say, o my papa. Yet me I said that the first year can say, if you never be cost war, no man really ya you come to the cocoa. Today, you can't send the cocoa in no.
Okay. Nana ya beda CP tie de yam fe ani ne ache ne mompai. De be kosu bia no ye be say de hu komo bi mo why. Yeah, tamwachi. All right. Thank you very much. We Nana Opambo Boatin National President ma Concerned Farmers Association and I'm what say you know etwetwen komo no. Okay, thank you very much. You're still live for the program Maakye. Our Kessben 92.9 megahertz. Sabrede mame kamfo police nedru enfama. Se so no toto e pain tontom. Ne pain tontom sanu na de malaria eba. Whether we like it or not, ebeba. It one ye careful malaria ni bi. Ebe kan e ka una se whether na ye nunu se no. Ebe titi ye pa. Afei ewie ba ye nunu sa na sa kofa samalina de sa de ba. Samalina no ene de kofa typhoid fever no e de ba. Ete se we see ano kwan entempa so na wo ye bema wo de skirt bia peso uram eniti de bia ache bia no 3 months bia se syphilis na se gonorrhea etimi eyew ene ade eso oba ho ban efise nye obi de bo brade mam ya catch us all pressure no eye manager bo ye ntimi ntu ase ene betu ase de mam osa ye bukro osa hudo bia type bia wo so bia no a H pylori no etimi ama Oscar no edi dibua ma etete wo no ene betu ase de ama stroke waist pain sisiare a etete wo one no wo wiase ni na enkoda afei stroke abubu de agu okra state bia adu bia no ye tu ase de ama fatigue onya aduma bia so honam ye oya honam ye oya onya aduma bia onkodo anya bibia honam ye oya kidney problem any liver problem ene me tu ase de ama eye imboost herbal mixture tie nie eye imboost herbal mixture de bedi asem de amaye na booster ba mixture no ono mu a etu yare we ni na ase e manage no etu ase de mawo no ase men kan kira wo se enye yare ne ye etu no nko ase wunya yare ne bia obetimi anum bi na de abo ho ban na no ma e boost immune system no ama se yare sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wɔwea no sɛ ɔkɔpɔri biribi no sɛ ne tiri bɔ hɔ a ɛbɛbɔ hɛgye ano anaasɛ yi helmet no yɛde ahyɛ no no sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛnka ne tiri ma ne memory index no ɛnyɛ affected ma daakye yɛkyerɛ nadeɛ a ɛtumi yɛkyerɛ nadeɛ a ɛtumi akɔ ne tirim ɛti hwehwɛ Amalina children's haven akyira kwan na wopɛ nsɛm a mekani na mu education paa number yɛ www.amalinaonline.com.gh www.amalinaonline.com.gh eno no okọ no mu a obenya education na ahwe akira kwan a oba nkra ha ye wa ha ye wo wager ye okumase ye wo techima Ghana fa na nyinara opese oba ye ho ebeje maternity papa ba ma ukuru kwa do maternity papa onyam a wo sha ebetimi abo ho ban ni nyina bi enkora ntade enkora cars ni bibia no a frɛ number we sisi a 059 3921 777 0593921 and 05016724445 05016724445 and I say 0554215 0554215 okay, so Amalina Children's Haven and a semenfa and crowesi emma to me kako sisia or mama a war and in insane a akonopa. All right, Sabrede, right, Jerome Sam Ababet Nasi. Jerome Wakwabo.
Mejesu Ziga.
And once again, the other time you came, me congratulate you. Once again, me congratulate you. Why are dear pa? Nakabai so kakra wa ye krano. HSA Oberduma Pine cry yet ye. Aya dego pa. I only say, oh yeah, Duma Pana. Kache, I say, public affairs. Public affairs officer Edema Ghana Cocoa Board kache when your public affairs in kwa osa double as a national communication team member Edema National Democratic Congress oko redu so kokasa unim gold board senye esisi emunsem sisitie yes say the gold board no was inspired by the Ghana Cocoa Board. Tell us what is the difference between the gold board and the Ghana Cocoa Board?
Ziga medase ni edi kan ma minchia Ghana man pain His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and na bedi achire Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Pokwajiman. Maminchia the Chief Executive of Ghana Cocoa Board Dr. Ransford Abbey. And I feel Maminchia Washington not for especially magazine for now homo sisi ya car no maminchia nancha kese pan koma Ghana Cocoa for. Because say share the history behind Ghana economy now untumi enka Ghana's economy abra be yi cocoa afrimu na say bi untumi yi cocoa afrimu na ekire say cocoa akuafo na ameki this immeasurable contribution ewo mu intini maminchia cocoa akuafo Ziga o question we there na minim I didn't anticipate a question no and na ma we Ziga into no ye be fan sa na say o hwe cocoa border say o hwe the history behind Ghana cocoa right from tetekwashi eba money ade ye be hu say eduaba bi a ewo economic benefit na economic benefit ne chere say ebetime de yedie ayeden de abrel going forward no yes answer who say apart from economic benefit no ebetime hu cocoa as a heritage ebeba be kan ye hu dada we will be identified with this as Ghanaians say adia ye den ye ne and I think say sa eniema we no being the driver no adia ayeden aboa now ɛyɛ cocoa board ɛbaayɛ nti sɛ wohwɛ ɛyɛ the PNDC law 81 na was assessing functions and as objectives are ɛyɛ den ɛwɔ mu some of the ɛyɛ objectives you know ɛyɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ sɛ de bia no cocoa no yɛbɛtumi enya no dodo in terms of say bia or how bi ba cocoa no in terms of yadeɛ money ade kwan yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛyɛ den yɛbɛso ano ɛmo ne ɛho keka ho ne ade ɛna aban ɛte ɛyɛ cocoa board to replace then cocoa marketing board which is CMC CMB ɛbɛyɛ den ɛbɛ replace here na ɛba ne sa na kyerɛ sɛ a make cocoa board the regulator of the industry say cocoa industry no na ɛba ne sa na obehu ne sɛ sebekafro yenye nneɛma ɛkwan bia so because o regulator wo hɔ a obi a ɔtoto nneɛma a ɛno no ɛboa ma ye streamline the activities of yen cocoa sector na ye no into as part of streamlining yen cocoa no cocoa national asset ihunu ne saa even though say ohwe emra na ebo cocoa dua no anase edua no ho ebra na broni beka say aye outdated nti no ɛho asotwe mo ne ade no enhye anase impusu ebi mo enu nti na ma ene no sebeka fro obi sori ko tumi twa cocoa dua eden etugu mo ne ɛho keka because o de ne o twe na so kra mpo na broni beka say asotwe no ye negligible like eye bi kitwa bi mpacho so ahu no but if you say eye punitive enough and I say ano hye kakra enka eno no ma but of course we nyina no aba table so enemy no ka say metimi aka cho say under the leadership of Dr. Rance for that be no ye were a draft bill of the new cocoa board emra ye pese eye den a govern most especially the punitive aspect of it say nkofo encha eduane ngu ne ehon keka ho na aboho ba because cocoa has standed the test of time all these years. Cocoa has stood the test of time over several years. Cocoa then it has been the only commodity ejina ne now so in terms of say one so be kai buidam when is a buidam the cocoa beans in the then a cocoa see awowa so if say sebeka fro obi epebibi na wo dey see awowa that's what to me the cocoa beans in the bimpo cocoa see awowa then what it means is a valuable asset but just what I say it is a valuable asset then a woho meaning
University of Ghana.
Sort as
yes, University of Ghana.
Yakoji Bosi Accra AFDB. Yeah, the cocoa beans and the then ye did so which clearly tells you say a cocoa ne adibia a very significant to the economy of Ghana. It be beer na was ye the bon ho ban beer nearby. Now say Oshe good board. Obi Beka say good board is being a replica of cocoa board. But in a different angle. The different angle a woman says, "Oh, she cocoa board that then crab batana ye day. A does be cocoa board and crab batana does be. But gold board no to focus on gold. Proud to the setting up of a gold board no. Not yen shed that any a centralized institution to regulate the gold industry. Intino ubia sorry the only thing a nipa ni here say ubinya license from ABA PMMC that time. Yeah. Inti nipa ni nya ne license wo PMMC a ono ankasa na o export ni gold. Inti se o export a asunia obenya anase dia onya no aban entimi tracy to find out how much the person is getting. The only time abanya faso ni say when PMMC facilitate the export for you. But just what I say. That is when
the registration.
So that is when omunya a fraction of niawoye day. Okwa konyano. Entine se sika no ba enam say ye ankrankra no omoye entino. Nipa no wo control over the revenue. Why then wenya no. Enti baby open or there then or deko. Entine if the person decides say me inject a cocoa gold revenue and a proceed na menya no me inject it in the economy ontimi nya na share because in the private business eno akwa so if the person decides to repatriate the money and also this can go and my for some money there
and
found. But now because of say a good board being the regulator, now on one kasa to good no etono. Sikano ba the money hits a buying then a bank office. So what I say, into Sikani then e wo a higher. In respect of a year why we set up Cocoa Board. But also what I say. Inti no ene sika bia na bebia no. It hits Ghana account. You to me take total control or charge of it, and then it's disbursement and I say utilization, no. You have full control.
Yen shadi afi yen sha yen common ase. Now say you see you buy no. Ade ba ko a esi na nusu pa ne say enkofo etwa kokoo gu so they want to come out with a law I was restrict enkofo a etwa omu kokoo etudugu catch ya mobile no mo steady na mo steady na na say mo hwe no e dey pa na discourage a lot of people from being a cocoa farmers today, because today how obitimi turn cocoa farm not the amagalam safe for obisi to me the cocoa to be turning there to know the different crops and yeah because of one or two things we move by no e dey na mo free say e discourage people from that amoye sad no
minia a bit me multiple of factors because there are some of the factors now cocoa kueni no any total control den was so but so what I say nipa no need total control was so a bit say with the issue of climate it is a climate no ha nipa no cocoa na bia cocoa ni ntumi nso a nipa no bit me aka say bia I feel discouraged ntini my discouraged no sa de a menye den memfa asase ni mpo nye den enye bibi foforo. Number 2, the issue of illegal mining, because one enam say na emra no enya de ano odin nti no yemfa say Jerome eni Ziega ye nyina ye kokoafu ewo Saira no ewo Sehwi now ye fu no bohye Jerome galamsey ni bi ni makasa ema me de ma adwen say me kura kokoo ni menye bio meton me kokoo na yeden ama galamsey no Ziega de omoni nko kasa na o se onye den ompene nti obey ni kokoo ubehu se galamsey ni no enam so aba beje Jerome asase oye galamsey wo so na wuziga wan printi no omunsuo na omutu mu ne ade mpo no ubon se oma divert dia fa wuziga wafum but so ati ase wa divert for wafum tu ubon se ne activities na oye ni nyina ye den enam wafum Ziega ade be chenya wa homte unti den abeye unton
it will discourage me
it will discourage you any age so ati ase because any pakro no owo sika chen ebia ba bia wo fefa onyinya ni ntumi bi efri no kokokue ne se beka fort ne manchia enti nipa ko no be yeden obe feel very discouraged na nipa ko no wagiamu no de yeden o de ama won ne tosu bio no nso no we have an issue efa what do you call it your Arabia FN CSSVD
akate no
so what I say cocoa swelling shoot virus disease now ebani say it ravages the farm and I say say info no nipa ko no personally eni akwanya obetimi ayedai ebi obetimi asiesie afuo no unless say a powerful hand steps in which is cocoa board into obi wo ho ana abani say enimanimu ya no why so devastated ade na bɔ ne pusa waye we nti ne saa de a ebi kura me kokoo ne kura ma menye den ma menye mu ne bia nipa na den agye mu Ziega mpemfo se futu bia enu a aginji kodidi ana meboa nti ne se nipa no so hunu ne se bia kokoo ne bo no e wo fom kakra ade amu na ebo ne wo fom nti ade ebo no wo fom na mehwe na mebre na maye mu ne ade de a ani ase fede ni owo de ani afanya mu ana meboa nti ani ama menye den ma menje mu nti ne ye wo sa eniema we nyina na goni beka se eye contributive factor a etimi ma obi fi ni pemu mpo ye den ejai ni kokoo mu anase ema ebi mu ye den eba but insuranka nyankopon say these are enioma eye kuku board under the leadership of Dr. Ransford Abeno. They've taken notice of all these things me no ka say omo ye ehun adwuma in order to safeguard kokoo nua no because Ziega no kwasam ewom ne say and the major trading commodities are Ghana yewo kokoo na gold mpacho so ata
see we crack kind
kokoo na gold but say hwe kokoo any gold in terms of standing the test of time kokoo has been very reliable na ne why reliable no enye se bia edisika ban kwa keke because hwe the difference between kokoo and gold na yewo 33 million Ghanaians ewo ha ena menu ka say oba kokoo board in krata mu a won wa kokoo akuafo officially o ma register kokoo board wo mu database no is about 800,000 farmers in Ziega 800,000 farmers Yan fancy sa farmers ni nyina no obia wo dependent of 5 so hu no obia nsasofo 555 kwa na oye nkontabuo na it's about 4 million people international Ghana population na 33 million no more than 10% den kokoo akuafo so what I say farming families more than 10%. It say we an industry a comprising and as a consists of over 10% of your total national population. Now it means you say a very sensitive, extremely sensitive. Was all day ocean gold disikaba. But in terms of efie can you tell me the good families in the country? You can't.
Oko brikum ne kumase oko takrade was a abrensa sisi una kuku
so what I say
bibia kuku
intini se ene se ko gold ko for mo a ye bebre wo sikasem ho no kre ye bebre wo sikasem ho now so enya a direct impact individual no so wo form ho say bia me gold asai ana me gold akofom ana say but se kokoo kofom a what direct impact on families day ho and I no ka say me home region Western North bre Ziega obeka first nkofo fin crime kuma se takrade eba sehwe ebeto car the backroom because na ye nkokoo sem gina brane intino almost efie bia wo sehwe no sa wokokrampo na se sebeka fro atakwa medan a ukwa ne boni panata so no because oye kokoo
it's true
asikaye den ewo no ho but then enam say yinkokoo se maye basa ni ti no ama ho kira ye den aho kira ba and that is the difference den ewo ho emo ne ho keka ho ne ade
and say see you aja to me say all these problems they are ready to address it
and yes sir there are some what take steps so eba ye na bi to say the distractions are across in terms of CSSVD then you bet me and you your rehabilitation now it comes to the issue of rehabilitation so bekaya during the previous administration no yet me ekoje bosia ewo AFDB na AFDB no we drew down about $350 million now out of the $350 million no ye negotiate say the $223 million ebekwa akoye rehabilitation because ye hu say kokoo akatenes asabro ya de no mu ase info no nti ne saa de ye betwagu nti ye twagu a na ya ye den ye dua ne foforo mini asempa ba na chense asempa ben na chin say inti no say ye betwa no ye say ye betimi atwa adua 156,000 hectares. Now 156,000 hectares no say oye computation even if 1 hectare biano is giving you 1 ton kwana, we are talking about 156,000 tons. Multiply 156,000 metric tons by 16. Ubehu the number of bags anka ebetimi ababeka in production stock but quite unfortunately $223 million omo wie ye no and omo de $40 million yes ye de be irrigation because ye nya distortions in the climate because now oba Ghana has say it mean constant rainfall of 8 months now ye nya dryness of 4 months. Okay, now sa combination we boa ema koko efoni ye but going forward no some human activities and other natural activities intino yenya a distortion in the climate in shumpo ensheda anya day ensheda ento intino emma see be irrigation na yasanso omasanso atwa say 40 million no kra yenya anya irrigation yemfa nka $223 million na nye $263 million na yemfa nye rehabilitation no into omo wie ye no ene yasanso kofa akoko botika $700 million Ghana cedis say the year top up near the aye now so no areho 70 Ziega ye omo free hono na only 40,000 hectares out of the 156,000 hectares no only 40,000 which means more than 110. Wow. 116,000 hectares yentimi anye den yentimi anye chief executive by no o say look ade ebetimi aboa ye no still rehabilitation into there yenhwe areas be to say Western North because Western North na there in the history of cocoa no ema yin cocoa pa basasa broyal ye ne akatini mu ne whatever ntino akofom into ene ye rehabilitation e wo debiso any other bokrum and as some part of eastern region ye rehabilitate almost 22,000 hectares. It is a new one, almost 22,000 hectares. Chief executive no and then paying for the management e dey go akwemu a ene omo ye den omo ebio no so no say utie the minister of finance tama ye inauguration of the board na oka say edru baby a e wo say Ghana to me secure ensase into the ministry the supervisory ministry at the Makuku board no they are collaborating with Ministry of Land said they be bit mean about 200,000 hectares of ensase near the dua cocoa. Now sir share the difference between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire in terms of cocoa production mostly Cote d'Ivoire into plantation of cocoa farming and Ghana smallholder farm into more the same as size money are there. The number of cocoa beans ebia yebetimi ati Cote d'Ivoire no about time 3 of their Ghana beye Ghana beye. It's not just a Brenner so say you to me go into the area of plantation into the sa and on so near the ewo ho. Medi kan catch on so say ye de emra eba said ye beye ebe deterrent e de ama won a etwetwa cocoa gu emone ehon keka. The issue of smuggling and stuff on so no opinion no okay. I hope say you're queer because I trust Uraran Jabi. Sure. She said your old came so person or modernize the cocoa farming. You say today when you go to China or call Nigeria and even Brazil all developing machines are the pie cocoa and today meno ka say yeah that's so the machete cocoa tree and some pie. I hope say ebia you're queer but Mamuza Jerome it say God so good. See I appreciate it, keep appreciating yeah. And I'm also some promising the cocoa farmers for 6,000 per a bag. Yeah. Say now see I appreciate this. Are you still going to do it? Unim a question way means say because if the CD 4 below a year 11 CDs and this question of yours shows to say you have some appreciation in terms of finance and economics. Now let me tell you one thing. No opposition. Me sure say be am better na hakra can be. Say cocoa ne bono. as at that time 2024 mo ne ade ebetima pagem na ade a ema ye nyina so a ye ka asa eni se ohwe cocoa na it is an export trading commodity ye the core amanone ekoje amanone sika ye den edeba na okoje amanone sika ne de ba so opese ohu sika dodo a wanya ewo wo man mu a o de bo wo sika na wo no ho na wohunu sika dodo a obeden ubenya. So that is the exchange rate. Sabre no now whether good or bad, and let me say anybody or an exporter biya no say if say ni sika the currency no say e depreciate kakra say nipa ko no nyamfa so pacho so what I say onyamfa so because ode ba no obenye sika dodo ye den ewo ne man. So what happened was that in 2024 na almost a ton of cocoa ewa mansem jaso no na etwa mu 10,000 US ma LBCs no be yine college money ehon keka ho poni ade na senka oma kuku kuani no even 50% kurampo na ko benya be 5,000. So what I say, because all the factors no na eyade a support eyesa ebo na e wo say utumi ye dey e de makuku kuani no. But today Ziega betimi afọ phone no ahwe the world market international price of kuku per ton. It is around 7,000, 7,500. So which means a drop of almost about $3,000 a day. Now when you enono sa woman no, unfortunately and fortunately for us no, seed na ho de no so ayeden akosro. In the moment a seed na ho de no be koso. Nti yemfa ne say as at 2014 na ye betimi dia ba Ghana skemanya 160,000 Ghana cedis because seed ni 16 cedis. When you $10,000 no. Inti enempo no say $10,000 still. Na say CD near 12 CDs are. CDs near 12 CDs in pa. How much are we talking about? We are talking about 120,000 Ghana cedis, which means 400,000 CDs are then. 40,000 CDs are then. Free so. So no. Inti no revenue na wenya na eso aye then. Eswate. Inti no say that time no. Se na oma 50% impo 2014 ene oma even 60-65% impo enu baby na heden ewo no pacho so ate enu baby ewo no. So that is the challenge now. So no kwasema ewum ne say President Mahama say nea opoto amenefiri no onchi nsa yedi bom ena obia nso niwa onya mahwehwade a oyeden opepa ne nsa kwa. Itine saadi akoko kuani no emfa ho ne ohawa eye koko board wo mu sisee no e wo se yetumi yeden eye omobo ho bibi se de ebeye a sa nipa ko no so ani beye den ani beje enu ntini chief executive na ma problem no ka se enioma wo ho a ha dwenin akwansidie bebre yeden e wo ho nanso mpanyifo se yesukura yejaye den yejahem. Inti no se cocoa board any Ghana cocoa sector ebe ye a sebe kafra enye obi ote bank enye obi a oye architect then mum obi a oye cocoa.
So the bottom line is that
so
are they still going to
we are still going to meet it and make sure
that 6,000
there will be an appreciation of eye ebo na eye den ewo Pacho, so what I say. So what I know, and
because the current drop and drop you.
Yes, but the current ebuona ewo sisiano. What I know for a fact in say there will be an adjustment. Day, but as to ebuo say and I say in the day. Embranding crabia na be den
na Jerome yan shad you say man reducing because the normal
reduce den ebo no
fan say ye mu de mu reduce say anya stagnant na mo ye madwen say mo pese chinchina mo ka 6,000 eti mo de be ko 6,000 be ye hu bibia. Where are you going to get the money from?
Mr. No official of Cocoa Board has quoted an amount. As we speak, no official of Cocoa Board, especially chief executive,
yet to be rely on the former yet to me rely on what the current finance minister said it when they were in new position.
Oh,
that because he quoted the amount of 6,000.
And a mama wo in so as at that time na owo and they are available to everybody into the year day or the cancer as at that time. And as at that time, me and Meteo Bisa me kwampona me buy and I still stand by that. So I still stand by that. Amama nchiri say if all factors were constant to say 2024, I'm telling you, say ebi kwampona it could have been more.
But yeah, can you say officer? Yeah, can you say it was a time of making that announcement? You know, just about say you took Cocoa me say November. November na nkofo crack say ye beto abana on the dada nkofo na say October November but sa period na sa time ye di be wura or ye the chief executive Koku hu me the difference no month na nye all that ye be betimi aka say a drastic change be by no nti na ye ntimi ndi ye bosha. So I don't think that the ranking member of your friends Agric at that time Rere Kopoku at that time no did not brief ebia atofos yi and a man a day ho and Rebecca aside because pay the analysis out there give me for me a toss mama pa. I think that ebia the ranking member no should have done a due diligence before and sana be a atofos may make it that produce.
Minia only baby. Yes, it's all to a year
itikesi we adua
da bi banku ayi on say nkradokono ye nin say nkradokono aben kwanse ehun sa hia ehun is aiden aben. So what I say, even say abne.
The tuition.
So what I say now. Bisa ho say sabre no. Say mekai pa na that press conference was done in collaboration with the ranking member on Agric and then Cocoa Affairs. And the finance committee. And omoye because sabre no na adia na AC no. No. That is what was happening.
Okay.
But just what I said, that is what was happening. Now, Obia in him, but when my dear, and to me, the then administration, no, and to me, to a bonum. Your coin, who you say, meaning, say, what is a chief executive? We can't, they say, rule over. And I saw, say, yeah, on paying Mahama, so in the state of the nation, because a Cocoa Board, as at that time, at the car, 32.5 billion Ghana cedis. Apart from that, and also no. Cocoa Board sounds to make a loss of $840 million. Now $840 million is as a result of a rollover on Maakye. Now rollover ni nyina no say as a chairman say to say ye be cocoa season August no. A research department of a Cocoa Board. A agriculture management say now ya forecast ebia this year ye beti me enya a cocoa ton of ebia 600,000 metric tons. So, our forecast, we have the actuals and we have the desktop. So, the desktop one will come first, and then the actual will come later. Say, ABR 600,000 metric tons in your bed. Now, based on the 600,000 metric tons, now Cocoa Board management, after CMC, Cocoa Marketing Company, no more going to the international market, no more ton at a mandate. Say, ABR a ton, BR, no ton 7,000. Now, what happened in 2023, 2024, and then they said they made a projection of 800,000 metric tons. 800,000 metric tons. Say a non ye bit me then aquacoton. Now ye ton at a mandate price of $2,600 as at that time. ena omantimi and supply 333,767,000 metric tons. Unfortunately for us, in 2024-2025 season, yeah, still yeah that woman. Na cocoa born fi 2,600. Aqua could do 6,600. A year mandate. Then
from 6,000
from 2,600 to 6,600.
Okay.
So
difference 4,000.
So difference $4,000 per ton. So now what it means in then say, and now sir contract now we sign yeah now went to deliver 333,767,000 metric tons no. Sankrofo no omo nyiska o. Eye cocoa no ye dey oje. In the 2024-2025 cocoa season no. Cocoa bia ubenya bia no e wo se wudi emu sa 333,776,000 metric tons na yedey eco service as at that time na President Mahama kasa no na yetumi service 210,000 den metric tons inti no multiply that by $4,000 eno na ubenya $840 million. That is the amount of sika because of the inefficiency and now say decisions are then administration ntimi anyenti no cocoa kweni no actually 800 and now it is estimated say yen services are 333,776 no na cocoa board ni cocoa kweni no lose $1.4 billion.
Okay,
that is the amount. All these are some of the factors.
Okay, ora Jerome Sam public affairs officer at the Ghana Cocoa Board and I'm watching and then twetwen komo ha Kessben 92.9 megahertz at Kessben TV, DSTV channel 364 and Go TV channel 121. You can check your time now. It's 26 minutes to the top of 26 minutes to past 9. 26 minutes past 9. But me come next question. So but will be the message biaba. In fact, the person is a member of parliament. So I say he claims Cocoa Board only did 40,000 hectares of rehabilitation. Tell him that they did 67,000 hectares and 40,000 has been handed over to Cocoa Board. There is 27,000 hectares that has not been handed over.
I mean, correct. The honorable member of parliament. Say, okay, say, 67,000. These are the records. 1, 40,000. I'm say 100 over now. Now 27,000 hectares. Omoye then. Omoye say omo start 27,000 hectares. Enu baby a room.
And then omo farmer Cocoa Board. Omo handle.
No, a room. So how do you talk about? Are you not even ashamed to even talk about this thing? But just what I say. But are you not even ashamed?
No, they are not talking about the shameful aspect. But they are talking. Say you said 40,000
so
hectares.
Which means you said that
they are saying that 67,000 hectares.
So even 67,000, that 27,000 now. There's even 4,000 crampo now. It wasn't started at all. But 23,000 of it, was even started at. Make sure say a room. Now the reason why it's here, anybody doing this accounting, say sikana me bobo say omakofa ediayeno. The money is gone. Sikana san into bisa who say 23,000 now akana almost starting na a room. Are we not going to find new money to go back and do it? But just what I say. Okay. That is what I'm saying. You say it is even shameful to even make a pronouncement in regards of that, or in relation to that. It's honorable, Mr. Because say you can't do this. You can't do this to Ghana, any cocoa, and then we have ABR. We have pride to even come and talk about it.
Okay. Make I say during the transition period, no. Orat Sektepe, in fact, former chief executive Ora Edu. So Obona Baso Kakra say, Bebia challenges a buy no. I would to be original. In fact, it was on record. Say he did that, and I've
not read that though.
Okay, that's fine. But it's on record. Are you aware, say, World Bank, the Ghana Cocoa Board $100 million which was also defended by the previous,
in fact,
chief executive.
Let me even tell you that it was $200 million.
Is it $200 million?
No, the $200 million, no. Cocoa didn't get $200 million. I think say a year, is it the tree crop or say? There's other aspects are more under Ministry of Agri. So that's it. Near Eura and the Ukra.
Yeah.
No. Now the $100 million that you're talking about, no. A year World Bank a year project.
Yeah.
So that's it. A World Bank project or modern mass say
Aba.
We fan facilitate a year cocoa board activity. Inti no sa World Bank si can be crampo no. Ena yashe say other a year places a year cocoa sasabrone ne yade no. You betimi ahwe akwakoye rehabilitations den ewo ho. But mind you, another difficulty aye wo musisi a na yese chief executive Ura Randiabe Osoria on now ye pesika.
Because he's all over the place.
If $100 million, they could rehabilitate ABR about 21,000 or 22,000 a year hectares. Because I won't say 23,000 hectares. Now, honorable more can say 27,000 hectares. Ask yourself, say, how much are we going to look for in order to go and complete a year? So, on them, in the all pesika. Input to do what? To go back.
But the 100 million
and go there. Oh, the 100 million is there.
Oh, I see. So about 2 or no time.
Oh yes.
I see. So per hectare, how much are you going to spend? My outlay, how much are you going to spend on every hectare?
Oh, say or more allocation maybe in lots. Say ABR. If the whole project is going to cost $100 million, now based on the tender, any specifications now, Cocoa Board ne World Bank, they bet to a journal. They cost it. Say ABR at each point no. This is how much it's going to do what it's going to cost. And after the costing, no, and you who say that's sikanobe to me a year almost 22,000 a year hectares. For just what I say, almost 22,000 hectares. So that is it. So the 100 million will cover a year almost 22,000 hectares. Okay. Then. Yeah, they.
And Kofi Frimpong messages nearby. The way you talk, say you are a brilliant communicator, and I like that. Okay, so there you go. Now it said the working chief executive for now, and the next one I will catch there. Videos all over the beer. Because I am be say chief or not quite in office because the beer social media is somewhere a meeting. The cocoa farmers engaging the stakeholders. Yes, stakeholders.
May a bit discreet about it. So what I say, because almost every day he is in this meeting or that meeting. Say cocoa sector no be fan into my pie day.
So quickly tell us now. You read the messages name to our show. First, by now we are ahead of Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah,
you understand. Then we lost the first spot of the largest cocoa producer to Côte d'Ivoire. Now you know more Rocky Horns. It be a Côte d'Ivoire here 1 million. Then we will do maybe 900,000 here. Then we keep dropping. Then the Côte d'Ivoire is doing even 1.5. About the last time Krana Akatene buy hit all West Africa Krano. Côte d'Ivoire was able to do 1.2 or something. But hit 500,000. I know Krani see any agent. Say your turn you get back from the other countries are normally actually closing the gap. On the gap. So what program? You say initiative a binding bar. Just say the focus. They say by the time maybe around the Benin now buy baby free hormone. Maybe at least you should be able to do 1 million. 1 million. That's 800 metric tons in a year.
So
specific programs.
So specific programs. One, earlier on, we can say acquired 200,000 hectares of air land.
Okay.
Instead of 200,000 hectares of land, what you are doing is call into plantation.
Yeah.
And another board to increase the yield. That is number 2. Modernize agriculture in terms of the cocoa sector. How can we modernize the cocoa sector? Say you say the human element, it produces best 50,000 a year tons. I'm not say BBC with the help of the modernization, no, a bit my better times 3. So the modernization aspect is also on the table. A bio so no. We are talking about incentivizing the cocoa farmer. Say ubeti me amano agrochemicals ne fertilizer na ebio no so no wahwe ne bo na yeden amano because ohwe nipa ne bo mana eno nso ebo ama nipa ne yeden crying.
Yes.
Emma near them, a produce more. A no the issue of a cocoa pension. The cocoa pension, no, I saw the day chief executive near them, a DH, because no, your boo baby says I'm paying for to son a concoladium. And then is a member papa you can say over 60 years, no mean hunia, while going on fashion mafia. Ube say and serve as incentive for me, but they be or a social security and as a pension scheme be or that's why and also brought me and motivating me. So these are all factors and as a policies are the chief executive to ensure say a cocoa production because and not forgetting a rehabilitation now okay
Niama Odonko Aite Dramo we try the short at your mom and teacher Adomba. Okay, send the part 5 we say make charity ka assemble could say they like how you talk with your confidence in the explanation. We also Ziega, the government policy of borrowing money for cocoa purchase every cocoa season should be stopped for individuals to buy because of debt government incurred after every cocoa season. Mubarak, former assemblyman or the Swaman that yes so and now attack ready and what do we say about on and on and on. Now a young smuggling was some just 30 seconds. Smuggling, how do you go to stop it? Because Fibia, ye cast smuggling was some and I am rana, ye didn't go for vintage points in and no money idea, but still. And the cocoa smuggling, of course. What else can you tell us? What different then can you do to keep this situation?
Their chief executive, in fact, you call your name on Penny Mahama co share of Flagstaff Center. No man Penny Mahama can and say, I will say any money no, you pay Emra Edeba. Now, because say ya a draft bill, and as part of the draft bill now, no, you're proposing a BB Cray Cocoa Tribunal.
Oh, I see.
Yes, we are proposing cocoa tribunal, whereby cases involving cocoa, say ABR offenses related to cocoa. No, you beat me. I try a yes case that those cases near them. Now a fast track it until we say and no best serve as a deterrent. In 10 years, if you call the normal traditional court system. ABR ebe enyoma beche money ade. Ebi ono nso no on say because for only obi kwa. Unchain maybe our kudi nyina ayeden the might take advantage of that. And what we are going to do no ye wo ebi wo ha a specifics I will not talk about it because me ya na machire me to kwan will be take advantage of it, but I can assure you say we are putting in a measures nyame ya adomo you be tracking from the various borders money
kokofo ya be gua chow na ebebre to the audio now, but we will see, please. My father is begging you to listen to his audio. He can't write. In fact, medibamana ya boy ediama any idea. We will see, please. I need Mr. Jerome number. Say fast or if you that yes on ediaba. Eti enono meba na medene number bema na why. We so Ziega, please tell my brother Jerome that he is very good communicator and also his explanation is very very authentic one from Douglas. Douglas they do say Abba. Jerome Kofo Filu, your communication, you know, we are different from the Jerome who different with the rubber cocoa. So please, world cocoa price per tons is $10,300 as at today. Let him do his check again. Okay, thank you very much. We also say I'm 28 years old and I'm into cocoa farming business because of how Nanadu increased the price of which I'm currently having 3 cocoa farms in a half. My fear is that this government is finding excuses not to increase the price of cocoa this year. Atabwache Samuel Senior in Suta Kwamai or Duesiaba. Galam say it has taken over a lot of cocoa farms. So Ghana will continue to fall. We see if we want one funny D and farm we see what the picture be about. We saw a quack COVID the charts. Yeah, that's what Jenny had. Messages no doors more fan to be reading in yay message is not cocoa. Because politicians are destroying the cocoa industry. They are deeply involved in actively promoting illegal mining in cocoa growing regions. As a result, many cocoa farmers now prefer selling their farms to Galamsey operators. On and on. Okay, yeah, Brennan, yeah, you go say good morning, Ziega. Please, how farming is very difficult, and our leaders are not paying attention to that place. We have cocoa scholarship, but those who are in Accra are enjoying it. On and on. And on the next year, back I say, my mama just a minute near for wrap it up now. For answers our question, cocoa, scholarship,
cocoa scholarship, no. I never acquire call rounds, no. A better pronouncing in the say, on say from a basic or primary, secondary education by Yinano. Yaba beti as say a free. Even though now tertiary so no. President Mahama has proposed a no fee stress for a first year for. Now so say first year beyond first year no. Anya krabia nipa no ebe boka ba community. So near cocoa for no a suggesting in say. Any a yemo ye cocoa for no. Say eba ne saa de a ebia mo hwe say mo betimi aboa ye ma no the subsequent years money ade na chief executive say mate
okay
enye futu bone into the board yi abe we will table it before the board na aka mo say as we speak what we have no education trust
okay
na yesisi ebia school dan money ade wo cocoa growing areas say if say ye jai eno ana say ye ti eno so na yakọ into full scholarship of say yehwe cocoa akuafo money be at the tertiary level. Into do tertiary level say nipa ni hia emwa na o produce an evidence yeni because we have their record say oye cocoa akuania then we probably step in to help sign pakron man. So all these things the chief executive are taking notice of all these things and he's working
Brennan say Jolaka at the sports now we see the contract staff and the rehabilitation to say messages the bus Brennan so eti the audio abanini na so no bomodina that na achu obene of Young Sailor Academy, Tema Newtown. Everybody will say, Abba, happy birthday to you, Abba. Nyankopo manya kesencha wa ufotre wa tabama maye penny papa. We say happy birthday to Ekia Yabu Siama, aka the prophetess, the newscaster, our Kessben 93.3, and a Kessben TV. Kia baby obi a chacha wati. Nyankopo nka wantre wa shiemu onye wakuma